Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I'll show you how to find a device model number. Alright, so how to find a device model number. Let's say for example, you have a phone, you got the phone as is and you need to tell what model number it is. Now, knowing the model number is very important because one, if you ever need to change the display or anything within the device, you'll need to match and find parts. You need to find the exact model number. Now, I'll show you to go about doing that or hunting down that information. Now, let's assume that the device can power up. You can always go into your settings of Android and then go to about device and then get the system information. Now that's easy for normal circumstances, but in the case of repairs, you're not always able to do that. You could ask the person that owns the device, but sometimes they'll give you incorrect information. So of course that's not always reliable as well. Now, in some cases, you may be able to find a box of the device. So for example, this device has a box. You can actually look. It does tell you this one is a A51, but that's it. If you check the box back and front, sometimes they'll write it on the back or the sides. You may be able to find more detailed information, but sometimes the box is not available or the information on the box is inadequate. So if you're stuck in one of those situations, here's what you do. All right, so this device is not powering up, so we'll have to use what we have. So if you look or turn the device to the back, right, you'll look down to the lower section here. Usually it's down here, or sometimes it's here. It's very fine. It's almost, if you do not look very carefully, you'll not see it. So if you look very, very carefully, there's some faint text right here. All right. Now, in order to see that, you'll have to get a magnifying glass and try to look. However, there's a workaround. What I do is, for example, get an iPhone. All right. So here's my iPhone. All right. Now that I have my iPhone, what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to go to the utilities. So if I go over to my your utilities folder, here you go, you'll find magnifier. All right, so you can see the magnifier right here. Now you're going to place it like this and make sure you have a good light source and you're going to look very carefully. All right, so now that we have looked very, very carefully, I'm going to take a picture. One. All right, so there you go. All right, and sometimes you may have to take more than one photos, but of course it could work. So make sure that you go ahead and save. So you need to share if I'm remembering correctly. And then you can save image. All right, you may need to take a few more shots. All right, so as soon as you take those photos, here I have two. And of course you need a light source to help with the lighting. Now if you zoom, you'll be able to see. Or better yet, this one is much better. So I'll zoom in on this one. And there you go. The number is right there. So you can see that the number itself is SM and it's A515F/DS. Now the DS stands for dual SIM and it's saying this is indeed a A51. That's the first part of the number, but it's A5F. And these are very important in terms of the numbers. You'll be able to use that to match the screen. So next, we're going to go to a good website such as eBay, Amazon, or wherever you get screen replacements. So we're going to look, this one, the screen is actually broken. And we're going to search on one of those websites for a replacement screen. All right, so we're in Amazon. So if you check out here, I've typed in the model number, as you can see up here. So you type in, for example, A515FDS, which is the dual SIM version screen replacement. And of course, it will show you screens here. And if you look right here, you'll see a seller and he's selling a screen and it says Galaxy A515. And of course, it shows that the model number and it works out the information. So all you have to do now is simply search and make sure you find a screen that has all of the characteristics that would be needed for the replacement. It's best to match it as close as possible So for example, some devices are very specific, so you'd have to look at what you're getting in terms of, sometimes you get the display itself, other times you'd have to get the display with a frame. Most people like the display with the frame, because when you change the display with the frame, you actually are able, depending on how the phone is designed, you're able to make the repair much easier. So it depends on the situation, right? So you would actually search through these. So you can see the prices here, and you can see this one says A515, and of course it says 4G. So make sure if it's 4G device or 5G device, you know, and simply find a toolkit. They do offer toolkits with them most of the time. You can look at the best possible one, and once you find a screen that works, simply go ahead and match the screen. You would select the screen. So I'm just going to use the random one. So for example, this one, and read through the seller information. And once you find everything that you need, simply buy the one that you would actually want, and then you'll get it. All right. So once you get it, then you can do the repair. All right. So hope this information was useful for somebody who, for example, wanted to know how to match their screen but could not find the information, either because the phone was broken and off, or because they couldn't find the documentation, or the person was not sure of what the screen was, or they only know maybe only a portion of the information, such as they know it's a A51 and that's it. All right. So if you have any direct questions, you can ask them below, and I'll sure to assist you. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye.